What is up, everybody? We are back. We got MLB Prop Show. We are going to go over it. Presented by our good old new app, Props Optimizer, where you can go to get free prop data, prop picks, projections, all the good stuff. Go to iOS or Android. Download us there. Try us out. It's free with ads, $10 per month if you are tired of ads and you don't want to see them. It's only $10. You probably waste more on Starbucks every single week, or maybe even every single day. Now let's get into it. It was a little bit of a rough slate yesterday, but we're here to bounce back. As always, we got to start going over the review. Liddell Brown, let's get it. Thank you for joining us. Bullet, thank you for showing up as well. Let's go. Let's get some money. We got the normal weirdness of Thursday. There's only 3 games late. And then diving into yesterday, we were 2 of 6. Varsho, Walker, Yelich, Terang, none of them came through. All of them, except for Varsho, the other 3 had 1 hit, runs, and RBI, but they couldn't get the second together. Sanchez hit in the first at bat. Swanson got to 2, and unfortunately, a little bit of a rough day, but we're diving back in today to get it. Now, we have 3 picks for the day. My 3 picks are Jurickson, Profar, Ronald, Acuna over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI. And then we're going to fade Bryce, Harper over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBI. Just think the line's a little bit high today, and we will dive into those and break them all down right now. Also, our 2 main props will be Jurickson, Profar, and Bryce Harper. If you have, or if you're not aware, we do every single day, we're giving away $20 to the top 2 picks when we hit. So if those 2 hit tomorrow, I'll be giving out $20 for Full Send Friday. Please make sure to like the show, subscribe to our channel, comment, all that good stuff helps. It just helps the algo. So make sure you bang, that like button and send me a little note. Now, let's get into our picks. We'll start with Profar. Over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI. Our LineStar projections at 2.5. The consensus is at 2.1. It is, I know what's going on here. Let me just fix this real quickly. All right, so now we got Jurickson, Profar here, and there is no doubt he has been on an absolute fire lately. He's hitting 320 over the last 20, 302 versus righties over the last 20, and over over the longer time frame, he's like a 250 hitter. He is a solid hitter, hits with some power, gets a lot of extra base hits, but he has just been on absolute fire, and I want to stay in the flames. The man over like the last month has hit 290 with 9 home runs, a 315 ISO. Over the last week, he's 410 with a 364 ISO and 2 home runs. He just is continually doing it, and I am not afraid of Aaron Nola whatsoever. 5.29 ERA versus lefties over the last 20 starts with a 203 ISO. I want to stay in the flames. There's a lot of bats that I like for the Braves. Profar, Albies, Olsen, Acuna. I like all of them. Harris has been super hot as well. I think you can definitely make one of these pick'em slips with several of the Braves bats. How Christian Walker just homered. Well, hey, I'm glad you took the whole day after thing because it definitely happens, and he was in a decent spot today. That surely is helping my DFS cause as well, as I have a decent amount of Houston on this day slate. John, thank you. Hopefully you made some money off of it. So Profar is our first. Now we will go to our next, which is one of the main picks in Bryce Harper under 2.5. LineStar's at 2.1, consensus at 2.6. He's versus Cal Quintrall, who was a big-time prospect. I don't mind Baldwin. I think he's in a decent spot. He's a very good hitter. Just wasn't one of, my favorite one of the Braves today, but he absolutely could go. So Cal Quintrall, he was a big-time prospect, hasn't really amounted to too much so far, but versus lefties, he 3.46 ERA over the last 20 games, the 182 average, low ISO, low home run chances, the WOBA is low. He has been very good to lefties. And then you're talking about a guy in Bryce Harper, who over the last 20 games versus lefties is hitting 196 with a 152 ISO and a 255 WOBA. He's not getting on base very much. He's not hitting the ball very hard versus lefties. And with that, I think this line is just a little bit elevated. Now, Bryce, over the longer time frame, is a decent hitter to lefties. Hits 274, 241 ISO, 387 WOBA. So there are reasons to like him, thus that elevated line. But I think people are just not considering the fact that Quintrall is actually pretty good to lefties. And they've bet this line up a little bit when it really should not be as high as it is. And with that, I want to fade Bryce a little bit. And also you talk about the BVP data, 12 plate attempts, not the hugest sample size, but he's only hitting 200 off him. 0 ISO, 270 WOBA. I'm not in it for Bryce Harper today. Now let's get to our last prop, and I have two different Acuna ones on there. I do have his fantasy points, which I like going over, and then I have his hits, runs, and RBI. I think both are good. Just if you're on the pick'em sites, the fantasy points are there available to you. Now let's go over the Ronald Acuna line. First and foremost, we got to look and say what's up to those BVP truthers. 62 plate attempts. He's hitting 345 off Nola, 458 WOBA, 4 home runs, 327 ISO. He hits Nola very, very hard, and Nola hasn't been great this year. Love the spot versus righties. Nola's given up a 5.51 ERA, high average, decent ISO. And while Acuna hasn't been great since he's been back, he does have a 50% hard contact rate. And I definitely like taking advantage of that. So far, he has been a little boom bust since he got back. It's been kind of home run or bust-ish, but all in all, I think Acuna's in a great spot versus a very familiar opponent and Nola, who isn't fully back from, and he's just kind of getting his feet under him after sitting out since May. So those are our three props for today. We have Jurickson Profar, Ronald Acuna, and Bryce Harper. Now, let's get into some home run calls and some questions. 8-man likes Trey Turner for a home run. Turner could definitely do it. Snoop already had Profar. Snoop also is talking about Troy Johnson from the Marlins has a 0.5 total bases line. Looks good. I really haven't looked into the Marlins too much today. Just a tad. Let's see what LineStar has. I know we're not going to have much data on him, but hey, we have the over on total bases, and consensus is also over. Not a whole lot of data, but he is 271 over the last 20 games, which is decent, and Clay Holmes really doesn't scare me too much. So, hey, I'm for it. Yes, an under. We're gonna see a lot more unders. I like betting them. Just people don't always like the fade, and so I kind of shy away from them. But as far as win loss, I think you got to be taking some, and I'm gonna just throw some unders out there from time to time now. Michael Harris, yes, he's in a great spot. He's just been on absolute fire, so we can't deny that. So let's get to my home run call of the day. And for my home run call of the day today, I gotta say that I don't like betting it. I think the home run bets in general today, there's not a lot of value, especially in this one. And we are going with Ronald Acuna Jr. 18.3% chance for a home run as far as LineStar, but sportsbooks are at 26%. Sportsbooks think it's way more likely he hits a home run than we do at LineStar today. Thus, I do not love betting it, but I do think there's a very, very high likelihood of him going yard today. We've talked about Aaron Nola allowing a lot of fly balls. The other aspect, he hasn't been great. 5.99 FIP over his last 5. You look at over the last month, 8.64 ERA, 6.5 over for the season. Then you look at what Ronald Acuna has done versus Aaron Nola, and it's very hard not to like him today. 4 home runs and 62 plate attempts. 6% home run to plate attempt rate is very, very good. So we're going Acuna and his 50% hard contact rate over the last 2 weeks versus righties. Snoop, totally agree with you. Baseball is hard. It is a fail sport. I mean, you're talking about Hall of Famers, hit 300. So 70% of the time in an at bat, they are failing. And that is Hall of Famers. Most of these guys are not Hall of Famers. So absolutely the unders are a good way to go. Liddell going Quintrall over 1.5 walks. Let's take a look at Quinn. Oh, he's not popping up. Or it's Quan, huh? Yeah, there we are. Quan. 4.6 walks per 9 over the last 5. The only issue there is that he is now with the Braves. Braves generally are able to figure some stuff out and make pitchers better, but he has had a lot of control issues recently, so I don't hate it in general. The longer term, though, he is pretty good with that control. Yes, Hal, I will be doing NFL. I'm going to have my first NFL show this afternoon. We're going to just look at a preview of some props for week 1. Next Thursday night, next weekend, all of that. King Raheem Bellinger, I was actually looking at him and almost used him as a home run call today. I do like the spot for him. Also don't mind it, for betting props, but he's been hitting very well lately. He has been a little boom bust versus righties lately, but all in all, he's solid, and I like his spot. The Cubbies lefties getting to Webb today. I definitely think there is that possibility. It's not the comfiest spot for Webb, but I think that's going to be a really fun game to watch, actually. Maybe a little bit of a pitcher's duel, but still a good one. So, well, that's going to do it for us today, guys. Probably around 3 o'clock or so, I will be doing the NFL show. Going to try and get about 5 kind of early props I like for NFL. We will be back later. I will schedule it as soon as I can to give as many people a heads up as possible, but we will have week 1 NFL Thank you guys all. Appreciate you showing up and hope you make some money today. Talk to you all later. Peace.